What's going on, YouTube? You back here again with another video for you. In today's video, I'm about to tell you all why the Integra is the best daily driver. So I've had my Integra for about 5 months. My previous Integra had that one for close to a year, so spent a little bit, almost 2 years in Integra. So I'm here to say that it's the best daily driver you can get for the class that is, and it even punches above its weight class. As far as all-around vehicles go, the Integra has a lot working for it, and it does a lot of things well. And some people say you need an SUV like one of these, but I'm here to tell you that the Integra can do a lot of things that these SUVs can do size-wise as far as practicality, and I'll show you just a glimpse of that right now. But before we jump into the full video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browse the channel. Let's jump into it. So today I'm gonna roll with the Integra Type S because that's what I got right now. You can tell carbon eating some. We got up in here some salt and vinegar chips. All right, there we go. But yeah, that's for all the performance cooling. Got the intercooler down there, so it eats salt and vinegar chips apparently. But this car is a monster. So for a quick comparison, we're about to use the Genesis GV. So this is the mid-size luxury SUV. So I want to see how big the trunk area is in here and compare it to the Integra. Got a nice size trunk back in here. But let's take a look into the Integra. And this is a compact size. It's about the same size. It's this thing is huge to be a compact car. And as far as the rear seat goes, it's going to be surprising, but still going to whack my head coming on in, so I got to duck my head in. I'm 6 feet tall. Once you get in here, it's good, but still got to duck the head to get in the back seat here. The Integra. Still got to bend my head. Actually, I was a little bit less than the Genesis, but we do have a lot less headroom back here because of the sloping roof line. That being said, the Integra is going to be a whole lot more practical than all its competitors in the class. And it's not even close in my opinion, because I've driven them all. And even the class above it is like competitive with cars one class size above it. So that would be like a mid-size. This is a compact. I still don't see how this is considered a compact given the size of it, but it's considered a compact. So it's like mid-size when it comes to overall practicality. So mid-size space for a compact. Well, the price ain't compact, not in this trim, but the regular Integra, that car definitely is a whole lot more practical than everything in the class, especially if you don't go crazy with the options. So like $33,000, like you got a great car for that price. Another thing that makes this a great daily driver is being front wheel drive. Now I need y'all to stay with me because I know y'all love rear wheel drive, but I'm here to give some pros about front wheel drive. So the front wheel drive car, the reason it's able to be so practical in the rear is because it doesn't have the drive shaft cutting along the space that goes all the way to the back seat. Because in rear wheel drive cars, like you'll see like in the middle seat in the rear, we got the hump going through, and it's going to take away space for the middle passenger. But since this is the front wheel drive car, you ain't got to deal with that. You got this little hump right here, but that's not like in rear wheel drive cars. It could take up the whole middle portion of it. So that's not a problem in here. Like my BMW M2, that thing came like all the way up to the seat just about. But in here, we don't have to deal with that. And that's going to go back to the trunk as well. Like we got more space for the interior. Even though this only seats 4 people, if you get a regular Integra, that's going to seat 5 people. So, and this is roomy in the back seat for the 2 passengers that can sit there. Got to be skinny to fit in the middle. This is a compact car. And with the Integra also being front wheel drive, that means I can drive this year round. I'm going to drive all of my cars year round regardless, but I don't have to be as cautious. I can drive this any day in the wintertime. So I am in Michigan and it does snow here frequently when it gets cold. But as you can see here, I got a different set of tires. This comes with Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's, and now I got the Falcon, the Zenith 460s. So these are just all season tires. And front wheel drive them, I've been driving, I started off with a whole bunch of front wheel drive cars before I got into these rear wheel drive cars and all wheel drive cars. But front wheel drive, it's the easiest to drive in the snow, and it understeers when you get out of line, so all you do is slow down and it corrects itself. It's really safe to drive these in the snow. This does have a lot of power to the front wheels, but if you just take it easy, you'll be fine. And that's why I went with all seasons as opposed to a dedicated winter tire. And then I do have a winter car that I will be driving in the snow. So I could have gotten a winter tire for this, but all seasons are good. And when I don't want to have my track tires on, I can use these whenever I want to. And I do get an extra 5 millimeters of sidewall. I did that for potholes here in Michigan, so it's going to fill up the wheel well a little more. I actually kind of like this look. And then I like the added practicality of it that I don't have to worry about busting my tire. But yeah, front wheel drive. And then there's another thing with front wheel drive cars. They tend to be more efficient. So on the last road trip I took on this car, I'm gonna let y'all see real quick, because it's got a few miles after I've driven it. But what y'all think that I got on my miles per gallon on here? So I normally average like 22 in city driving, and that's just driving how I normally drive. But let's start it up, and we're gonna see what my average miles per gallon is. So it can be a fuel sipper. So we are at 28.7 miles per gallon. Gotta get this guy up out of here. Well, 28.6. We losing them, man. We losing them, Jim. But yeah, it's pretty good. And that's at highway speeds. The cruise control on here, y'all already know that's phenomenal. We do have the cruise control on here that really pretty much drives itself. And that's a great feature for a daily driver, especially if you're traveling for work or business, which I always use that for. So when I gotta go somewhere for work or on business or a trip, this is gonna be my first car that I do drive. Even over my wife's SUV, the Integra is gonna be the first car. Even though she can't really drive this, I'm gonna drive the whole way because I know the car is gonna help me along. So this car is quite efficient for having 320 horsepower when driven. Like when just cruising, it's a very, very good car. And then this car is an animal as well. Like as good as it is a daily driver, it's equally or better on the track, which is crazy because it's like, how do you get a car this good as a daily driver to be such a track weapon? I don't understand it, man. They they did their thing with this. And then the seats in here, they opted for a more daily driver focused seat, which I personally wish they would have went with the more race car driver seat. But it has the lateral bolstering in here is not that great. And the seats are firm. I like cushy seats, but some people like firm seats. Not my cup of tea, but for the vast majority, people are going to enjoy these seats. I personally, there's better out there for me. Got the hood propped up in the service setting. It doesn't have struts. That's more so for the service technician who's servicing the vehicle. They can have more room to work on it. So it's 2 spaces that the proper eye can go, and this is the highest that it will go. You also have like the normal setting, which is this hole right here. But I think the struts would be welcome. But man, this car also, another plus, it has free maintenance for 2 years, 24,000 miles. And this car, this 2-liter turbo is a very robust engine, tried and true. Like people are modifying these to have dumb, stupid power. Like some people have 5, 6, 7, 800 horsepower. And these cars are reliable if you want to tune them that high. I don't know if I would tune a front wheel drive car that high. I don't know. We'll see. If things work out on YouTube, I'll do it. But that's from a daily driver perspective, you don't have to worry about any maintenance on here. Like this whole car is like tried and true. Like as far as the mechanicals go, even the electronics on the inside, you won't have to worry about none of that crap. So I don't even see the point of having the hood go up this far unless they assume everybody's going to be like doing engine swaps and upgrading turbos. But aside from that, like you ain't got nothing to worry about on this. And yeah, my car likes to eat a whole lot of things. Jeez. This is how the wiper fluid goes into the windshield wipers. Never noticed that before. I like that feature as well. Like a lot of people don't like how the water comes out of the wiper, but I actually love it. Here in Michigan, it snows, and once we get snow on the hood, the nozzles are going to be covered in snow, and it's just going to turn blue on my hood as opposed to like skeeting on the window. But now that I got the washer fluid coming out the wipers, it's an added benefit. Like people in warmer states won't understand, but it's a great touch, a great feature to have on this car. Yeah, you ain't gonna have to worry about popping the hood up on this anytime at all yourself, especially if you're just driving as a daily commuter. Like I only open the hood up for videos. Like I never look up under there. I have no reason to, no need to. Still haven't had my first service, coming up on 5,000 miles soon, so that'll be done. And it'll be free as well, so we don't have to worry about service. And as a daily driver, this car can go to so many different events. Like I just drove this car to a funeral. This is going to be the car I drive to events like that. If I have to go to something upscale, I'm going to drive this car. Driving to work, I split the difference week by week between this and the Corolla. But if it's something like a special affair, I'm driving this. And the main reason is because it looks so good. It looks like a premium car. And I keep getting somebody spamming the Elantra in. Yes, that car is a fantastic value, but that car is not the Integra Type S. It's cheaper, and it's great that it's cheaper, but performance for performance, this is a better car. Even if it's like a little bit more, you can save the money, I'll give you that. But I would rather look at this car all day long than an Elantra N in my driveway. That's just me. And this looks better than any other car in the class, not just the Elantra N. Looks better, all of them, whatever you name, this looks better than to me. All right, inside, before we go for a quick drive, let me wrap up some of the things that makes this the best daily. So let me crank it up. So something that I love about this Integra Type S, it has wireless CarPlay. And the more cars that I'm driving, I'm realizing that they only have wired CarPlay, which kind of sucks. Because I can just walk in the car, step in, and my phone is already going to be paired. Comes right on up. Along with CarPlay, since I'm on it, we got the ELS system in here, which sounds fantastic. So I finally found some music that I can play for y'all, which is going to be my intro song for YouTube. So I have my bass and treble up high. I love bass, and so this car fits me really well. So the way that they tune this is perfect for my liking. Like, I love bass heavy music. And another thing that I did realize, the heated seats in here, this is something that the Civic Type R won't have, is heated seats. I use my heated seats all the time in the wintertime, so that's well welcome here. And I could have got a heated steering wheel, but this car that I bought came with the Alcantara steering wheel, and all these steering wheels cost like, what, $450, $900. I wasn't going to pay for a heated steering wheel. The Alcantara feels really good to my hands, and I didn't want to take away from that or the perforated steering wheel. I would have had to get like a basic steering wheel with the heated steering wheel button right here. Huge button. Still kind of want it, but I wish it could have been paired with the Alcantara. So what would a great daily driver be if it couldn't drive? Great. So this car is amazing at driving. Like, the dampening, the way that they tuned it, amazing. Look at these effed up roads. So in comfort mode, soaks that all up. And this is why I went for a thicker sidewall as well, because roads like this, it's only going to get worse as soon as the snow and the plows hit. So yeah, this is actually very comfortable. I can go up to like sport mode and it's going to get very stiff. So the way that they contrast that is very soft and very stiff. So I tend to drive in comfort, but yeah, like over bumps like that, I ain't doing it. So let me dial it to individual mode, where I got everything. Well, I got the engine set to Sport Plus, I got the steering set to Sport, and I got the suspension set to Comfort. That's my daily, like, that's what I like driving at most. But this car is gonna get up as well. Like, this ain't no slouch at all. It's gonna go. Let me let them get some space. So this is what I love about the daily driving. It is very, very fun to drive when you want it to be. Or it's very practical. It's a total package. Not to mention the shifter is amazing. The power to pass, also amazing. Like, this is no slouch at all. And it's going to be very comfortable. The interior, like, I don't understand people complaining about the road noise. Y'all tell me what y'all hear, because I'm going to just let y'all hear me driving in silence for like 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Like, the road noise isn't bad at all. Let me play with this Monte Carlo real quick. Another front wheel drive. Has that got a V8 in it? Yeah, like, this even put, no, that might not have a V8. That's the older one, but those Monte Carlos used to be like, well, I used to love the Monte Carlos, but it was front wheel drive, had a lot of power to it. Could not handle. No, not even in the same league as this. This car handles better than a whole lot of rear wheel drive cars. This car defies those physics. Honda found a way to tune out, or to fine tune the handling on this car, and it handles amazingly well. Like, I driven it on the track, it was amazing. And then I just drove it to work the next day. It's like, It can do everything so well. Everyday driving in the car, very well. Let me hit up this cruise control real quick. So it's going to do that very well. Lane keep assist. Like if I just want to talk and chill, it's going to do that. And it does a very good job at doing that as well. So if you have to drive late, I had to use this one day recently. I came home late, and man, I just needed the assistance because I shouldn't have been driving. I was so tired, but I put on this drive assist, the lane keep assist, and it definitely helped me out. So kudos to Honda and Acura for even engineering this car. This is an engineering marvel in my opinion. Like the limits are so high. This car is just a beast, man. I don't see much else better than this for all that it can do. It's like the LeBron James of cars. Does everything well. Now you do have some cars that do some things better, but as far as the overall package, like this is the total package. And that's why I appreciate these Integra so much. Like even my other Integra, the only thing it lacked to me was like the speed. And that's all I was missing. So this fills the gap on that, even though it does miss a couple of features like memory seats. I do wish this has memory seats, but I'm the only one driving it, so that really don't affect me. So I just come in to the same seating position every time. And having a good shifter like this, the clutch is perfect in this car. It's just perfect, man. The take-up point, the biting point, the inputs of the steering, the shift and feel, all that comes together to make a great driving experience. And then the speed too. Like this car ain't no slouch at all. The summation of all this is what makes the Integra the best daily driver. If you disagree, drop a comment. I want to know what you think is the best daily driver for the class. We'll talk about it in the comment section, so let me know. So that's all I'm going to leave you all with today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browse the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next video.